What's up, YouTube? Welcome back for another wonderful day of preparing other people's stuff. Today we got this Isuzu cab over with the gas 350 Chevy in it. They're complaining of a leak from the left front by the radiator, so we got it in the shop. You can see it's already leaking something on the ground, possibly one of the coolers. So we're gonna clear out the cab, make sure there's no the turn Craig is intact. I'll get my light out of here, set that on the floor. Get my monster, gotta have that. Make sure just we have nothing that's gonna fly up and bust his windshield. So then we're gonna, I guess, lift the cab up. Pretty free and clear right there. If I remember how to do this, it's been a while. Let me pause this for a second. Alright, we got all the latches done, so it should just pick up, unless I'm missing one more thing. I feel like I missed out here. The handle down here. Pull that up. Cab will go up. Oh, it's a heavy old thing. Make sure we get down on that lock right there. Cab's locked in. So, see, it's got like an old Vortex 350 in it. We do a little bit of work on this one, but this truck doesn't get used a whole lot. And we can see it's leaking up there, so let's find a creeper. There's probably one in the back of the service truck, and I did not drive the service truck over here today. So let's get the light. Good old Milwaukee light. Slide it under there. And then see. No creeper. Well, we found this antique creeper over here in the corner. I don't know where all our nice ones went, but this one will have to work. Let's slide under and see if we can see what's leaking. There we go. Let's see if I can't turn the camera on. So it looks like it's the radiator itself, the bottom of the trans cooler, lines that go into it. So I guess we'll see if we can't find a radiator for this thing and get it swapped out, because it's leaking pretty good. Well, we let the Isuzu run for a while so we could try to narrow down where it's leaking from. So the lines going into the bottom of the radiator, or the trans cooler, this line that comes up right here is the oil cooler, and there's another cooler up there. But as you can see, it's leaking right in there. There's a hole in this line, a real small pinhole. So we'll see if we can't track down some parts and get a new set of oil cooler lines for this thing. There's hardly any oil in this motor, so we're gonna go ahead and, I guess, change the filter while we're here. And at least it's not the radiator or the trans cooler lines, it's just these lines for the oil cooler. So we should be able to get it. There's the other oil cooler line over there. So we're gonna have to get a new one of these and a new one of these, take the condenser off and get that lines out of the cooler, and then follow them back there to the motor That's the oil cooler line right there, so it looks like its stuff's been leaking for a while, so we'll get this taken care of. Once we find some parts and get it taken apart, we'll do some more filming of this project. So guys, after almost 3 weeks of waiting on these oil cooler lines, they finally came in from Freightliner. They kept giving me the runaround, it'll be here tomorrow, it'll be here tomorrow, but this truck was originally here for an oil leak coming from the front of the truck, and we had found that the oil cooler up there behind the condenser was leaking. We still got to clean this. Ishmael went to go get a pressure washer so we can clean all that oil out of there. So we replaced both oil cooler lines and the oil cooler that's up there. You can't see it. This bottom one had a pinhole in it, so whenever you would shut the truck off, it would start dripping really bad. We can go back here and see that the oil cooler lines actually go up into the oil filter housing right there. So that's all new. We went and put a new oil filter on there, changed the oil, greased this unit, checked all the other fluids, topped off the coolant. So all it's left to do is wash it, test drive it, and make sure that there's no further leaks. But this is a 1998 Isuzu NPR with a Chevy small block in it, a 350. Here's the old lines we took off. They were also leaking at the rubber, where the rubber and the aluminum crimped together. So that's all replaced. Oil filter was super tight. Crushed it trying to get it off. This unit, yeah, so I think that about wraps it up. We'll get it washed, get it cleaned, and then we'll go drop this off at his drop yard down the road. This is the same guy that owns the concrete business I did that hydraulic cylinder on the Skylift for, but this thing has only got 60,000 miles on it, which is crazy. Turn the key on. Yeah. 60,970. Almost 30-year-old work truck, but we don't really use it a lot, so just a flatbed. We've done brakes and put new steer tires on it during the winter, maybe December. Drive tires are still good. But that's what we use it for, just for that. All he uses it for hauling this heavy stuff. Put a couple pallets of stuff on there. But that'll wrap up this truck. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll be moving on to some big truck content again here shortly.